I think I've sorted out my drama now. The drama was because I used so much bloody space up on this dog and bone, and it was cutting clips off. So going back to what I was saying, a lot of lads in the military, they've changed the rat packs these days, which is good. They obviously added in a lot more stuff that's good for the lads, tuna sachets, etc. But before that really happened, quite a few years ago, and I'm sure the lads still do it now, is noodles and sachets of protein, maybe biltong. They keep the good food going in to maintain themselves. It's not hard to also buy protein bars and all this stuff and feed the machine. It's really not rocket science. Some guys want to eat crisps and Mars bars and crap. Well, yeah, cool, crack on. Doesn't mean that everyone has to do that. Yeah, maybe at the end of a tab, that's good to stick all that crap into you just to get the energy hit, and then you put in all the good food, good sugars, good calories, good carbs on top of that. And depending on what your metabolism is like, you decide how you eat. Fucking hell. I'll give you an example. Okay, my brother, he is naturally very low body fat, very muscular, builds very easily, good genetics, and he is a fucking machine when he trains. Together, anyone who knows us, other than us arguing when we train together, it's pretty intense. But Sam, for him to grow, he would constantly eat Fox's sweets and nail his protein and nail his carbs, loads of pasta, loads of sweet potato, loads of everything, because he had a really high metabolism, so he would burn so much off. He had to be eating every hour and a half, and he did. It's quite short, but so he had lots of compact quality of muscle from feeding himself and eating properly, and because he ate all the time, he gave his body everything that he needed to allow himself to grow. Because go in the gym, absolutely fucking kick his ass, balls to the wall, 110% effort, aggressive, hard training, no fucking about, not on Snapchat, doing whatever. He was in there hard as fuck. German volume training, for example, 10 sets of 10, 10 sets of 20, supersets, drop sets, monster sets, pyramid sets.
45 minutes, distance 5.31
that timing's wrong.
Average pace.
I forgot to start the clock. But yeah, going back to my brother, feeding yourself, knowing what your metabolism is like, how your body reacts and what your body needs, then that's how you adjust your diet. I've got a very slow metabolism. I find it difficult to lose weight. I find it easy to put weight on, but not good weight. I'm naturally quite fat. I hold a lot of body fat. So I have to think about what's good for me to maintain my body fat, and so I don't want to go really, really high. So I do a lot of grace feeding. I don't have insane amounts of carbs and calories and everything else, because I will naturally get tubby. I'll naturally get fat. That's not what I want. But years ago, God, this goes back a long time. Years ago, I was following a bodybuilder, and they were pretty much all year round maintaining a level of body fat where they could still grow, but when they needed to, there wasn't such a stress on the body when they had to cut. I was like, right, okay, if they can do that, I can do that. So, you know, for some guys, they want to pile on loads and loads of weight and do that way. So yeah, that's cool. And they can do a 22-week cut. For other guys, that's just not feasible. It's not workable. So, especially because of work and because of everything else, you know, work dependent. So for me, being in the military, I didn't want to just I just didn't want to go bang my waist up to God knows what, because it's not going to be functional for myself. Why be 18 stone and big and fat when I can't run? It's not smart. It's not. They want to do it, but there's some guys who can do that, which is awesome. Fair play. Going back to Podjanowski, when he did his Ironman competition, turned up there shredded, absolutely shredded, and super fit. You know, fucking fair play to him, because he was a beast, and he really put the cat amongst the pigeons, the fox among the hens, and he proved you don't have to be massively a huge guy and, you know, not cardio fit. You could be lean and still be mega fit, more lightweight, more agile, and he was. So a lot of guys these days have pushed their cardio straight up, which is fair play to them. So that was really interesting to see, really interesting to watch. And nice, yeah, like I said, it's not right for everyone, but for him, it was right. For me and many others, it was very interesting to see and very inspiring. So for my work over the years, I've wanted to be functionally and physically fit, functionally strong, physically fit, mentally strong, mentally fit, and the same with my diet. Everything has had to be on point to let me do what I want to do. Yeah, so I would feed myself to maintain my muscle mass, feed myself to have a very, very slow gain. You know, I'm not a bodybuilder. I never have been. I respect all bodybuilders. I respect all MMA guys. I respect all CrossFit guys. I don't class myself as anything. I'm just me. Just an average guy, just kicking my ass however I can. But I remember in a really, really good BJJ class I was in years ago. 50 minutes. Shut this up. So I was in a BJ class. Loved that Fight Club. Fight Club is awesome.
Kilometer, average speed.
Christ.
Kilometers
Try and shut this up. It was awesome Fight Club. Really, really missed that place, unfortunately, because of work. I couldn't stay there. It was in Warwick, and I had to move away because of work, which was a pain in the arse. But going back to what it was, I think when I turned up there, I was 15 and a half stone. I was very lean, just looked like a bodybuilder. And straight away, the lot of lads that's all they thought I was. Didn't tell them who I was, what I'd done. Doesn't matter. It's just that was the past. I was there just to train. So I got into training, started working with the lads. And I remember they turned around and went, "You're a freak." I was like, "Excuse me? Why am I a freak?" Thinking, oh, they were like ripping into me. And they went, "You're just not right." I was like, what do you mean by that? I'm not right. They went, "Well, you look like a bodybuilder, but you're athletic and explosive and super flexible, and you are not the average." I went, "Well, no, I guess I'm not, because I've been doing martial arts for a long, long time. I've been pushing myself for a long, long time. I had always trained to be well-rounded. I didn't want to just be one set way, because for work, what's the point in being so big that I couldn't be able to do my own work? And that goes back to what my platoon sergeant said: you have to set a standard. You have to keep up. You have to be a machine. You cannot just be big and be behind and slacken off and get hammered, because you will become a weak link. You'll be the people, you'll be the person that people have to drag along. And when you're a big guy, if you ever tried dragging along 15, 16, 17 stone big guy who's dead weight, it's not fun. No, it's fucking shit. But, you know, there was a rugby player who was my roommate, who lived next door to me on a certain camp, and I remember going out doing fitness with him, and this guy, fucking hell, he was about 16, 17 stone. I was probably only 15 stone at the time. He was a big guy, six plus, big weight, heavy set, rugby player. But this guy could fucking run like a gazelle, and I was like, how the fuck do you do this? You are you're just not right. He goes, mate, I've always had to. You know, I'm the same as you. I apply myself, I get it done. I have to be fit. So again, that goes against everything everyone's been gobbing off about. Well, you can't do that. No, it's crap. I'm sorry, but you can. If you apply yourself and get stuck in and you want to do it, then you do it. I mean, he really impressed me running, you know, cross country with him, and through forests, up and down hills, cross graining machine, and it's impressive. But there's a lot of people that have been chopping off saying God knows what the last few days, and I'm sorry, but my friend would have completely blown you out of the water, because you're like, well, that's not right. Well, there is not one set standard. You know, lots of people are very different. Lots of people have strengths and weaknesses. Some people train themselves to be very well-rounded and just have lots of different strength and conditioning and endurance, speed work.
55 minutes. Distance.
55 minutes.
6.
Start heading in.
6.
So that's 55 minutes. I'll start heading back in, cool myself down.
Average speed. 7.
There's chopsing off. loads of chopsing off this morning.
8.29
But
kilometers per hour. Quit your smiling. I'm not your mother.
fucking hell. You know, a lot of guys, when I was serving, used to come to me and go, "Why are you doing that, Danny?" And I was like, "Well, that's what I need to do, lad. I need to feed myself in a certain way." And they were like, "Hey, yeah, that's a good idea. That's smart." Yeah, I remember some of us being the first lads using full-on cut-down helmets. People didn't like it. People were like, "Why are you doing that? That's not issue kit. That's not this." Yeah, but it's smart because I can actually get my reactive ear defence on. I'm not crushing my head. And then, even though we went against the grain, people went, "Oh yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Oh, can I have some of those? Where'd you get that from?" And then lo and behold, before you know it, everyone has cut down helmets. Same with Aku boots. Aku boots come across. I remember seeing a Navy SEAL lad who was attached and he had Aku boots on. We're like, wow, what are those? They're really cool. Oh yeah, they're my Aku Spiders. At first when I saw him, I thought he was wearing a pair of Nikes. And I was like, mate, what are your Nikes? Air 1000, whatever it says on the side. It's like, yeah, mate, they're my Aku Spiders. I use them as an approach boot. I use them for maritime work and climbing and blah, blah, blah. And lo and behold, Aku's appeared in Hereford. And over time, they got adopted, and so I put the Pilgrim boot on it. So the Pilgrim boot was more for Europe. Pilgrim sole, I should say. But the original ones was the Aku Spiders, and I was one of the first guys in H that had them brought along. So there you go, more useless information. But I've just ordered myself 2 new pairs. I've got a black pair with me right now. I've had them since 2008, and they are a great boot. They've been around everywhere with me, done loads of stuff, and so I've got a couple more pairs coming just to be ready for certain work overseas and certain work in the UK. So it's always good to have a good pair of lightweight boots that dry fast and good comfy to wear. I like them. So anyway, such is life. So I've been kicking my ass for about coming up to an hour now. I'm gobbing off for most of it. So yeah, going now. Carry on kicking my ass. Feed the machine. It's gonna be hot today. I think it's going up to 35 degrees. I'm gonna feel like 37, 38. I think if it's going to be city centre, it's going to be worse. But hey ho. So yeah, for me and my bullshit thoughts, everyone slating me. Get on the day. Fitness again tonight. Make it happen. Feed the machine.